The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. So out now come the Cardinals. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Again, it's McCoy. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Now Palmer on 3rd and long. He's going to air one out into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. First down carry by Elliott. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Elliott last year so darn good, over 1,600 yards, most in the NFL. Actually, there were 10 teams that didn't rush for as many yards as he did. That's how good he was.
And just think, there is a place for him to get better. And I think it's in pass receiving, not necessarily the hands, but just throwing it to him more, getting him into open space. He can make even more big plays doing that.
On second down, Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. Now Elliott. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down. A give to Elliott running left. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And it is now 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
He targets Jordan Matthews, and it's caught. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
And Carson Palmer's going to turn 38 in December. Actually contemplated not coming back in 2017. I wonder how disappointed he was in the 2016 season.
Well, do you think that that's a reason that he's back?
I think that maybe he feels like there's one more good run in this Arizona Cardinals team, and he wants to be the QB for it.
Palmer now. And now this one's intercepted. A third interception for Palmer. Picked off at the 47. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Hey, you start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. All right, this is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I'll bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, and normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Second and 10. It's Palmer again. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 38. And this one will be brought back to the 22. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up first and goal. The give is to Elliott. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
They'll try again with Elliott. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to third and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy. Okay, Brandon, work with me here. Let's analyze this situation. A touchdown here, that could be the knockout blow in the second quarter. But if they go for it and don't get it, that could bring life to the other sideline.
So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far. And after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going. And really the offensive line not helping him much.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. 3 out. 3 out. Go. White 90. Hey, watch that. Watch that. Check white 54. White 54.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from the desert after this.
Double tight. Double tight. Hey, hey, hey. Got 3. Got 3. White 80.
On second down, here's Palmer. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The two old workhorses, Palmer and Fitzgerald, connecting there for a Cardinal first. A give to McCoy. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down. Throwing now, Palmer on first down. Fitzgerald's got it right side. And he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. They'll throw on first down here with Palmer. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
And there's a run to be happy with. good, solid yardage, he'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The throw is Palmer. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, this from 48. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we send you on down to our studios in Orlando, where standing by is Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
And he's got some space here. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cowboys add on. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll try and get the running game going with McCoy. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
You got to feel a little bit for the defense there. They've done a terrific job all day long holding this guy in check. But that might have been the run to break things out for him, maybe turn things around. Now he's going to have some confidence, and maybe he'll get to his normal yardage.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. From midfield now, here's Palmer. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 46. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. They'll start the drive with Elliott. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
They go to Elliott again. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
So second down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on third. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he's got room. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
What stands to reason they give Zeke the ball there? I mean, let's face it. Last year, led the league in first downs picked up.
Yeah, 91 of them, 19 more than second-place David Johnson.
Yeah, you can see the confidence that the team has in him touching the football. Offensive line wants to block even harder because of him.
It's a foot race. Kenneth Dixon. Touchdown, Cowboys. Kenneth Dixon, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cowboys continue to pour it on. Extra point try by Bailey. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. On the counter, here's McCoy. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 2nd down following the run. They'll go again to McCoy. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Palmer. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 44. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Here's Elliott, and he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a 1st down.
Well, that's a pretty familiar sight because Ezekiel Elliott in 2016, his rookie year, had 14 runs of 20 yards or more. That led the NFL.
And he said in the offseason he wanted to be better when he got into the 2nd level, so he's shooting high.
I like that. I like a guy who wants to get better at his craft. Look out, defenses.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. They'll try to throw now. Prescott out left side here to Bryant. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. So they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And the penetration too strong. He won't make it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 24. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Oh, this is becoming tough to watch. I don't know that I've seen 3 pick sixes from the same quarterback in the same game.
And I know that many are going to scream at the coach about why did you let him stay out there to throw those. But truthfully, what are the odds that you're going to throw 3 pick sixes in a game? You want to leave them out there so they can work through some of the rough stuff.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
There you go, play action with Palmer. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On third down, Palmer. Over the middle and caught by the tight end play. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Back now here on EA Sports. So the offense has it 1st and 10. The pistol, it's McCoy. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Palmer. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Give him 6 there, but now it's 3rd. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Cardinals on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Palmer. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The rookie from Michigan, Taco Charlton. And that's going to make it 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 44. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. On 3rd down, Elliott. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
Gets it away, and I don't think Peterson will get a chance to touch this one. Angling for the sideline. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain.
76.
Another carry tonight for McCoy. He's been the workhorse. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Third and 11, and some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. From the gun, Palmer. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 27, and he'll take this back down inside the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. Another carry tonight for the workhorse, Elliott. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. Excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And they take a knee. The Cardinals on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And they'll indeed take a knee.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
So, Charles, are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is they ended the game on the field, that defensive unit on the field. What an exclamation mark.
And probably felt like they could go another 60 minutes without anyone putting points on the board against them. That's the confidence you gain throughout when you're pitching a shutout. And they're going to leave the stadium feeling like they're all 10 feet tall.
So for Dallas, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the LA Rams. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night, everybody.